A very good morning to Madam Shivatira, Dr. Linda, fellow friends, and a special welcome to our jury members. We invite all guests to take their seats as the competition is about to start soon. Thank you. Once again, good morning. I'm Daphne from UTeM, the MC for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all gathered here today for the public speaking competition. Your presence and participation is highly appreciated. And with this, I would like to invite all of you to take your seats before the competition starts. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to welcome all of you to the 2022 Public Speaking Competition. Now, I would like to welcome and invite the honorable judges and timekeeper of today. The judges for today's competition are Dr. Zanaya Jano and Puan Nur Hazin Niza Hussein. The timekeepers, on the other hand, is Nisa Lechi. Participants must speak on artificial intelligence and the future mankind. Each speech is to be minimum of 3 minutes and maximum of 4 minutes. The timekeeper will record the time taken by each participant, and she will stop any speech that exceeds 4 minutes by pressing a bell. All the judges' decisions are final and individual marks are confidential and will not be discussed. So for now, without further ado, I would like to welcome our very first contestant for today, Muhammad Adib bin Shahami.
Yes. So, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. So, how do you feel when one day you go to Starbucks, you order a cup of coffee, and you got your name written correctly on it? Feels great, right? Other than that, how do you feel when you want to order a ride-sharing service and suddenly a driverless car came by? It's creepy, right? So that's what happened when AI takes control in everything we do in daily life. So first of all, what is AI, which is artificial intelligence? So artificial intelligence provides a computer program the ability to think like human beings. So there are plethora of artificial intelligence types, which I will give 3 types of examples, which are weak AI, which the normal AI that doing the easy, simple tasks like the machinery in the factory, like repetitive tasks, doing bread, making tools, and our body parts. The second one is the normal AI, which our researchers are still striving for it, but it is still achievable. And the scary one is the super AI, which super AI includes the one that really high intelligence, beyond Einstein intelligence, which is still a concept, but it's really dangerous to human because it has no edges that the human being really have. So I will jump to the point of the benefits of artificial intelligence, and I will show how these benefits have its own disadvantages. So firstly, AI help in reduction and in human error, which increase the accuracy and precision of human in their work. Like human, we cannot do repetitive tasks without doing any error because we human, it is really normal for us to make mistakes because we are careless. But this artificial intelligence, they can do a lot of stuff repetitively without doing stupid mistakes. Secondly, despite these advantages, it doesn't have creativity. Like we human, if we want to, if we make the AI like to hang a cloth on the hanger, like if the hanger broke, the AI can comprehend the such type of situation because AI they can only solve things that only based on the algorithm that we put on it. But human, we have what we call is the creative thinking skills that every human can have despite this AI, which only solve problems based on the past experience and their what we call the algorithm that we put on. So secondly, if we can develop an artificial intelligence to make something that even humans scared to do, like we can develop a human-like artificial intelligence to doing stuff like going to the volcanoes or going to the Bermuda Triangle, because these kind of places are really dangerous. So we can invent an artificial intelligence that can take our jobs. But this also have the disadvantages, which it costs really high because it requires really high software and also the latest hardware and software to stay updated and to meet the latest requirement. Okay? Alright, that's all from me. Thank you for listening to my public speaking today.
Thank you, Muhammad. Next, we are going to welcome our next contestant, Mr. Kwa Jayong.
Last week, I went to the tallest mountain in Vietnam, Phan Xiphat. But before that, I need to cross over the Malaysia custom, where there is a row of officer and there is section where there is AI section, which you do not need to cross the custom through the officer, but there is an AI machine where there has a face detection, intelligent face detection, can verify that the passport belongs to you. That is where AI comes from, that in my mind when I think about AI. Because my dad didn't remove his mask, but he is able to pass the custom. And it is amazing that how AI can recognize your face, your identity just through your eyes. Can you imagine that? Good morning, contestants, honorable judges, and beloved friends. My name is Kwa Jayong from FTMK. Today, I'm going to talk about what is AI. What is AI? AI is two things: decision and consequences. When we talk about decision and consequences, we always think of yes or no. That is how AI made from decision tree. Because when they decide something yes or no, and if they choose no, what is the consequences, and they learn from it. AI is not an algorithm, not a normal algorithm like what we do in coding. Instead, AI is learned to do tasks. Normal algorithm is we teach them to do do tasks and they do accordingly, but they don't have their own way. But AI is very different. They have their own way. They learn to do tasks instead of just doing the sake of doing tasks. And let's talk about the toilet bowl. I just used the toilet before I do my speech, but when we talk about AI, how we can implement AI into our toilet bowl, it's very interesting because it's called Internet of Things with AI. When we talk about Internet of Things with AI, we can actually use our tool to analyze our nutrition, and through our toilet bowl, we can send the data to our fridge to check whether we have carrot, if we lack of vitamin A, vitamin C is oranges, and so on. We can know what nutrition that we need from the fridge, and if the fridge doesn't have, we can order it through our fridge directly to our machine, and the next day it will deliver to the front of your door. That is how amazing AI is. And today, everywhere, online, offline, your friends, everyone know about AI, and the source code can be easily get from online. But it is about how we package the AI, how we use the AI, how we utilize the AI that's really matter. So I think that's all today. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it, and have a really good day.
Thank you for such an exciting speech. Next, we welcome the next contestant, Muhammad Tajuddin bin Rukun.
Hello, testing. I've always dreamed about love. Well, it's a weird thing to say, right? Assalamualaikum and a very good day to honorable judges, precise timekeepers, fellow contestants, and my fellow friends. Today, I'm not going to talk about artificial intelligence is scary, artificial intelligence is amazing. No, instead, today is a love story. I'm going to tell you a love story about me. Okay, the thing is, how many of us here sometimes feel depressed, don't have enough love? I think most of us can agree, right? Sometimes we don't have that extra love we need. But the thing is, that's where artificial intelligence comes in. It can provide you love. When we can simulate emotion, there you go. That's where artificial intelligence comes in play and finding your perfect mate. Okay, now back to my story. The thing is, I've been single my whole life, so anyone interested, please. The thing is, the reality is sometimes in life, you feel like there's no place to vent out. Sometimes in life, you feel like you can't talk to anyone. And for me, in my story, I found that AI, sometimes, it might be simple, but AI like Google, Siri is a place where I can vent out and they can respond back with a response that is more than can make you feel a bit better. So I feel like at the end of the day, we don't have to say that AI is inherently bad, inherently good. It's just like the speaker before me said, it's a tool. It's how we utilize it. And I feel like AI could be used as a tool to find love. Not just find love with a person, but you can find love for yourself. Sometimes self-love is important. The thing is, I know for a fact, it's not that I've been sad my whole life. I'm not saying that. It's just that sometimes in life, things get lonelier. And everybody around you start to keep quiet. And it's a scary place. But if you have an artificial intelligence to help you cope with that dark time, isn't that better? Isn't that it will make your spirit and moral high? So I believe the future of mankind revolves around artificial intelligence. And not just any artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence that can respond to you back. The artificial intelligence which can give you love. Yeah, it's not physical love though, but still, it's more, it's better than everything that we have thus far. Yeah. So, with that being said, I think I'll end my speech. So keep on loving, guys. Have a nice day, and thank you. That's all from me.
That's interesting. Thank you for everything. Next, let's welcome Praveenan to be the next participants.
A very good morning to my honorable educators, precise timekeepers, ladies and gentlemen. I am Praveen Sudhakaran and I'm going to talk about AI and future of mankind. So, when I talk about AI, most of the Marvel fans will be thinking of, oh, Ultron. Okay, Ultron is an advanced version of AI. I will come back to it later. AI and humans, let's compare it. Humans have biological brain. They send their data through the nerve system. And the machines, no. AI send their data from machine learning. So, let's talk about why humans create AI, artificial intelligence. Humans create AI to do human perform level tasks. So, there are 4 characteristics for AI and 2 types of AI. Let me start from acting humanly. AI, some of the AI have their vision, they can talk to us, they can respond to us. All this thing works by sensor. And secondly, thinking like human, like decision making, like what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to wear today. Third, thinking rationally. Like if you put an AI into a chessboard, it know what to take, it know what to do the next step, right? That is thinking rationally. And of course, I know you already guessed the number 4, acting rationally. So once it knows what it's going to make, so it's going to do what it's going to do, right? So acting rationally. So let's jump into the 2 types of AI. The one already some of you mentioned, big AI. Big AI are the one that most of us we have right now. Like, for example, in your phone camera, there are AI version, right? Your phone camera is know when to zoom, it's know when to focus, right? So those are the type of big AI. So like, why I'm calling it big AI? Because those sensors, they cannot like talk us to them, right? So it has only one job to do. Strong AI, the one I have mentioned, well, the one still not exist yet. Let's not hope it will never exist, of course, yeah. The Ultron, right? It knows, it has the self-aware and it will develop emotion. So let us all relate this thing to future mankind. Of course, when I mentioned about AI, of course we will say Sophia, the first AI that has been developed in 2016. It also mentioned that it's going to kill the humanity, so let's not mention about that. And the Saudi Arabia was thinking like, oh, it just making it has a human sense, so let me give a citizenship. So Sophia is the first robot to receive the citizenship of Saudi Arabia. So let's try all relate to this future of mankind. The advanced level of AI will be super intelligence. Let's all say super intelligence. Imagine some machines inside your body that is super intelligence. It is estimated to be around 2045 to 2055. So let's not hope it will never happen. So okay, we see. A lot of countries are jumping into these artificial technologies because they know these are the future. For example, Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, said, whoever leads this technology will rule the future. So we all know that is right now, right? So most of the countries are developing their AI technology. So let's not hope if something like this happen in the future, and we'll hope for better, and we still start living our life right now and avoid AI. With all that, I am Praveen Sudhakaran signing off. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Next, let's welcome Sudara Hossein Sifat to give his speech. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. Assalamu alaikum everyone, my honorable judges and my friends. Today I'm going to talk about my favorite and I hope everyone's favorite Avenger, the Iron Man. Why I am talking about the Iron Man? Because everyone knows his famous suit what he wears. It's all about the Jarvis or Alton or Monica. What you say? It's all about the artificial intelligence. What now? I come to the point. What is the artificial intelligence? It is the industry which is ruling the world right now and will rule the world till next year, next future. So the artificial intelligence, it has revolutionized so many in our recent world. The human needs artificial intelligence, and it is vice versa. Thus, right now I am talking with a microphone, connecting with a computer, hanging a loudspeaker there. It's all about artificial intelligence. And exceptional artificial intelligence has exceptional at learning patterns and connecting with the other wireless things. So, and also artificial intelligence connects with the many manufacturing things as industrial things. In the many difficult items as Alex and Sophia or other thing robots, artificial intelligence can be used for the hardworking, which can be harmful for humans. Artificial intelligence has leveraged speed and pattern recognition skills, which can be used as better can be used for mankind. We can use the artificial intelligence to improve our organization growth and everything else. So artificial intelligence is must to us. So thank you so much. That's for all.
Thank you, Suzala, for such a speech. Next, let's welcome Alvin Wong Wan Han.
A very good morning to the judges and everyone who attend this event. So the topic given today is artificial intelligence and future mankind. But I'm going to go for a different approach, which is the worries of artificial intelligence and future mankind. So before we get to the point, let's talk about artificial intelligence. But previously, there is a previous contender. They introduce the AI. They introduce AI, and then everyone knows about AI. I believe that everyone here heard about AI. In our daily life, there is a lot of companies that claim that they are using AI in their products to improve the user experience. For example, Google, Facebook, Huawei, and Samsung, and so on. So, you might be wondering, what is AI? And why the hype around AI? AI is actually an algorithm designed and trained by humans to stimulate human intelligence and predict future output. So how do AI work? I will explain it in a very simple way for non-coding. So we have a bunch of coding, we have algorithm, and then we fed a lot of sample into it, and then it will give a future prediction. So that's how AI works, I think, for my mind. So now we know about AI. Now let's get to the point. Should we be afraid of it? The word afraid doesn't mean that we're afraid of AI being in the movie Terminator. It is more to the AI being a job killer or AI being used in bad stuff. So a major fear of AI came from the idea of mass unemployment due to the replacement of AI workers. So this concern came from the previous wave of industrial automation, which many blue collar were replaced at the time. But for this wave, the white collar will be the one who are going to replace by the AI workers. Besides, another worries of AI is AI being used for doing bad stuff, such as war. It is not a surprise that a lot of countries put effort into developing AI into military advancement, as whoever leads in this advancement will become the next ruler of the world. This competition may lead us to World War III. So, as a conclusion, AI did bring a lot of convenience in our life, but should we be afraid of it? Yes, I think. This is because AI and the uncontrolled use of AI will lead us to disaster. So I hope there is new law introduced in the future to prevent this kind of thing from happening. That's all from me. Thank you for the attention.
Thank you, Abby. Now, let's welcome Imam Afiq bin Abdul Shukur.
Artificial intelligence. When people think about it, we mostly think about two sides specifically. The good side and the bad side. The bad side, as you already probably know, Terminator style, job killer, so on and so forth. On the good side, we think of like how advanced it will make us, how it could be the greatest achievement for mankind. I'm not going to talk much about it. What I am going to talk about is one of the outcomes of artificial intelligence. My name is Imam Afiq bin Abdul Shukur, and this is my speech. One of the outcomes that I could think of for artificial intelligence, and for mankind specifically, is that what if we could ingrain them into ourselves? I mean, modify ourselves together with this artificial intelligence. I'm talking like cybernetics, like advancements to our limbs, our brain, and so on and so forth. Just think about it. Artificial intelligence in our body, we could be running faster, we could be smarter, like for all we know, it could be Cortana from Halo. It could help us become smarter, and it would be amazing just to really have artificial intelligence like right next in our head. So when I say that artificial intelligence could be ingrained into us, I'm thinking just not like in the mind. I'm talking like what I said earlier, cybernetics, your arm, your legs, hell, even your heart. If you think about it real closely, if we manage to ingrain ourselves with artificial intelligence, would we be scared of artificial intelligence? Would it be good? Would it be bad? Either way, that's up for you to decide, really. It's artificial intelligence. It can be anything, just like anything in the world made by mankind. So, basically, to put it simply, if we were to ingrain artificial intelligence in us, basically we become cyborgs. It's one hell of a dream, in all honesty. But my God, it's a magnificent dream. That is all for me. Thank you.
Now, let's welcome our last contestant for the day, Khalid.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to this event organizer, for giving me this opportunity to be here and participate in this competition. I would like to be honest, I didn't know about today's topic, so everything I speak will be last minute work. So, okay. Today's topic is about artificial intelligence. So I would like to share my point of view regarding to this artificial intelligence. Mostly, it will be on the bad side. So in healthcare industry, so artificial intelligence, although it provides some great benefits, like companies nowadays, they develop quick diagnosis for patients, but there's a bad side about this. When AI is being used for quick diagnosis, people like pharmacists or even doctors, they will lose their job to AI. So meaning more people will be unemployed and they have to be competitive to find a better job. So another industry will be affected by AI, I think, is education industry. So for example, we have something called MOOC in our UTeM. It's some sort of self-learning website, or some example I will give is Duolingo. It's a self-learning app for language. So meaning most educators in this industry, like language teachers or just mostly teachers, will lose their job to this AI. So I think it is a bad thing. So to sum it up, I think AI is a danger to humankind, in my point of view, because most people will lose their job to AI. And that's all from me. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ongari, for such an interesting speech. Now, we have come to the end of the event, and the judges are making their final decision. However, the result will be announced on the closing date, which is Thursday. So, all participants are required to be present during the closing ceremony tomorrow. We shall meet again at another event. Thank you all. Before we end our event today, the juries would like to give some comments to our participants. So now let's welcome our juries.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all. Okay, I'm Dr. Zhang. Okay, I'm expecting, like a public speaking and say, yeah, you give the scenario first, and then you introduce yourself. You just memorize the introduction, the opening, you blast it out. Okay, then they will give the impact to the audience. Then you introduce yourself. Some of you, it's like, yeah, you have this opening, great opening, but then you forgot to introduce yourself. Yeah, so try to put it in there. Okay, effective introduction, and then try to have the sequence, for your talk. Okay, so we can use first, second, third, so that we can follow the flow. Okay, and then use the okay. Let's move to another point. Okay, then you will giving instruction to the audience to follow you. Okay, so these are very effective phrases that you can use in your speech. Yeah. And then all has no conclusion. You don't wrap up your speech, your topic. It's just like, okay, that's all for now. Okay, no, you have to wrap up. Okay, so because your intention was first to tell the audience what you want to do, to say, yeah, and the second tell them. And the third one, tell them again. Okay, so that's the gist of your speech actually. maintain eye contact, and some of you have flat, monotonous tone. Okay, this no, run, nothing, not interesting to hear. Okay, try to, change it. Okay, and also pronunciation, try to practice more on how to, say certain words, alright? And the volume, yeah, I said flat, so speak at a speed that is understood. Sometimes it's so fast that we can't really follow what you're talking about. Okay, so try to really take care of your tone, your speed, yeah? I think that's about it. AI, very interesting topic actually, but you assume that everyone knows about AI. So try not to, try to give the understanding to the audience, because sometimes you are talking to the layman who do not know about AI. So how do you want to, make them understand first about the topic, and then you go to your whatever that you want to talk about. You want to convey your messages. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, Assalamualaikum, very good day to everyone. My name is Ms. Hazrin. First and foremost, congratulations to all the speakers or contestants just now. You did well, actually, alright? Some of my constructive comments based on your performance just now would be, some of you had very good choice of materials, basically, okay, very original, unique. And then what else? And then some of the, when we talk about intonation, when we talk about volume and intonation, some of you did very well, actually, all right? But then, like what Dr. Zian mentioned just now, some of you were a bit monotonous, right? So you need to learn how to play with intonation, stress at certain syllable, for example, right? And then when we talk about volume, projection of voice, most of you, right, was very good. Some of you were quite fast in speed. And then one more, when we talk about language, I think most of us have this kind of we use these famous gap fillers. You know what I mean? For example, like some of the words like okay, when there's a gap, and then you overuse, okay, this kind of and then what else? Like somebody said so, okay, a bit too much. So maybe, right, try to minimize this when you are speaking in public, right? Other than that, I think, and then when we are speaking in public, supposedly it should be in a formal manner, right? The language should be formal, only that some of you, maybe due to your suffering from nervous breakdown or something, so it's sometimes a bit colloquial, right? Not so formal, so perhaps you can also, right, do something about this. Right, that's all, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Zanaria and Puan Nur Hazlin for the speech given. So, we are not at the end of the event, and that's all. Thank you guys, and see you at another event. All the participants should gather at the same place, which is in this lobby tomorrow, about 11 a.m. for the closing ceremony. Thank you.
Closing ceremony. All of you are invited. Okay, 11 o'clock, go ahead. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Thank you, PSCG, Section 11. Maybe how many? Technical one, 4 tests. 4 tests. Volunteers, come take picture. Okay. Come, please. Madam Nadia. Madam Nadia is here. Madam Nadia.